Hey YouTube, Scott here. I'm going to talk about the movie Veronica. It seems to be the big hot new thing that all my bunch of horror reviewers are at least talking about. I hear a bunch of people talking about this movie. This movie is a Spanish movie. It's on Netflix, but it's Spanish. It takes place in Madrid, but it's like all Spanish audio. Like you have to watch it with in Spanish. But they have English subtitles. So if you're really averse to it, if you really don't like that, then I guess it's not for you. Don't let that scare you though. I mean, foreign films are great. There's plenty of great foreign films. Definitely don't not check it out because it's got subtitles and you have to read subtitles. Veronica, story wise, honestly, it reminds me a lot of Ouija Origin of Evil, except for there's more kids. There's some differences, mind you. They don't have this whole subplot of the family like scamming people by using by faking seances and stuff and then like stuff. It's like Ouija Origin of Evil with basically most of the subplots and some other details cut out. But instead you got just like Ouija Origin of Evil, you got a family where the dad has recently died and they're all dealing with that. But this one you got more kid. We got more kids. There are 4 kids. The main character is the oldest sister, the oldest child, who's Veronica, the main title character. And she's most of the time she's having to watch the kids. She's having kind of having to be like their mom because their mom's too busy working to support them and stuff. So she's kind of. I mean, it is kind of interesting her having to take care of them and like kind of be the mom while also dealing with the death of her dad. But yeah, Veronica, her and a couple friends from her school, they play with the Ouija board one day. She tries to talk to her dad, and then other spirits or something come back with her. Which I mean, in that way, yeah, it kind of I was constantly thinking of Ouija Origin of Evil when I was watching this movie, which I'd much prefer Ouija Origin of Evil. Ouija Origin of Evil, I don't think I've gotten a chance to talk about it much on here, but I know it's probably who I know I have talked about. It's my favorite director, Mike Flanagan. I love Ouija Origin of Evil. It's probably up there as one of my favorite horror movies. And I do think this kind of just pales in comparison to that. I like the aspect of of them dealing with the death of dad. Even though that is straight up out of Ouija Origin of Evil, but I feel like this movie actually didn't touch on it enough. I feel like Ouija did more of that. I gotta talk about the hype of this movie because this movie is really hyped up. There are articles out there saying, and apparently some people are saying like, that's the scariest movie ever. And there's a lot of reports of people like saying that like they had to turn off like halfway through because it's so scary. They were too scared. That I don't see. I don't see that at all. This movie, I mean, it's a pretty. It's not bad. I feel it's very reminiscent of Ouija Origin of Evil, but it's a good movie. I'm saying this movie is a good movie, but it's not that scary. It definitely has some scary moments, but nothing that I think warrants the level of hype that I'm seeing. Because to keep that in mind, it's not that scary. Some positives. The acting's all pretty good. So I gotta give credit to the main girl who plays Veronica. I'm gonna look up her. I don't remember her name right now, but I'm gonna look it up. Her name is Sandra Escacina. I might have butchered her last name, but Sandra Escacina, I don't know. She was really good. I really liked her as Veronica. It had a good atmosphere too, a good style and tone, which I dig. I really like that. The director seems to be a good director. Did a good job directing. It's a well-made movie. It's definitely just very overhyped. This movie is, I mean, some of my main complaint, besides this movie being really overhyped, and I think it just could have been better, some of my main complaints of this movie is that it felt really slow getting into it. It covers it's basically, it's a pretty typical Ouija story. I think it is very similar story to Ouija Origin of Evil. Just without some of the subplots in there, without like what they're doing as a job of scamming people, and without you don't really have Henry Thomas's character from Ouija. You don't really have anything like that. Like there's not as much in there, but somehow this movie felt pretty slow for a while. It kicks up and gets better, especially the last like 20 minutes of this movie. were really intense. I love the last 20 minutes of the movie. Um, but for a while, this movie was pretty slow getting there. It felt really slow, and honestly, it was kind of boring, which I wasn't expecting from all the hype. But this movie is not original. It's very by the numbers. It's very almost beat for beat feels like it does have a kind of different end. I do like the end. I mean, I can't say anything about it, but I do like the end. But it kind of feels like a Spanish like kind of loose remake of Ouija Origin of Evil. It's this movie's not an original movie. Nobody can say that really. I think I have seen people say those, which that goes into it. I mean, I would say as a complaint, it's not very original, and I don't think it's the best done version of those things. Like if it wasn't original, like it did everything, it just did it better. That's cool, but it didn't. I think it's been done better in other movies. Mainly, we George. I think We George Beautiful is a great movie. This just felt like that, but not as good. Not bad though either. I think this movie's it's slow, but it's not really bad. It's got a good performance. It's actually got a decent story there. Like I appreciate the story. There's some symbolism in there. Some good story in this movie. Rating this movie, I would give it like a B minus or so. I think it's fresh. I enjoyed most of the movie, but parts of it got boring for me. Parts of it were slow, but there are definitely things I admire and respect in this movie. I admire and really like its tone and atmosphere, and the last 20 or the last act of the movie, the last 20-30 minutes of this movie were really intense, and I really liked that part. That had the scary stuff in the movie was the last like 20 or so minutes. And the acting was good, especially from the lead. She did a great job, and it's got a good story. Um, the hype is definitely a problem, though, because it's not scary like the hype tells you it is, and it's not very original. Um, and that's my review of Veronica movie. If you probably heard about some, it's like I said, it's got some crazy hype going on. Um, and I'm a little bit late on this. I mean, most people already have reviews out. So if you've seen it, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Or whatever let me know whatever you want in the comments down below. Click like if you like this video, subscribe to more videos, and thanks for watching. Bye.